This comprehensive guide to Call of Dragons is perfect for all players, whether you're just beginning your journey in the game or seeking expert tips to enhance your existing account. This video has everything you need to dive into the game with confidence and make the most of your gameplay experience. So stick around in this video for the most comprehensive guide ever created for Call of Dragons. Welcome back. Revisiting the topic of healing within your hospital is essential, as it holds paramount importance. Each day, you're provided with a vital amount of free healing, a resource that should not be underestimated. Additionally, there's an option to employ resource-based healing by utilizing the appropriate button. However, exercising caution with resource-based healing is advised, particularly when considering its substantial cost, especially during the city's developmental phase. While it's not to discourage you from employing resource-based healing, it's worth noting that the Council often leans toward a prudent approach. Allocating your resources, particularly speed-ups, to training more troops can be a wiser allocation, rather than excessive reliance on resource-based healing. This strategy acknowledges the efficient utilization of your resources and contributes to building up your city and forces effectively in Call of Dragons. As you progress in upgrading various aspects of your city and fine-tuning your policies, it's essential to aim for a harmonious balance. This entails ensuring you have a sufficient number of specific troop types and maintaining an ample reserve of hospital healing capacity. A particularly valuable strategy involves capitalizing on a clever trick: optimizing your hospital healing. Observe the flat number representing hospital healing in your city. By employing a shrewd approach, you can resource heal lower tier troops, conserving your free healing capacity for higher tier units. This approach works due to the hospital healing being a count of troops over a set time period, seemingly irrespective of the troop type. Thus, consider using resource healing for lower tiers, for example T1 troops, when necessary. Reserving your free healing capacity for more valuable higher tier units like T4 troops. This astute tactic grants you an extra edge by optimizing your hospital's potential within Call of Dragons. Now let's talk about troop types. There's 4 different troop types in this game. You've got infantry, cavalry, archers and mages. And they actually counter each other in that order, so your infantry counters your cavalry counters your marksman counter your mages, and these symbols show you what unit type it is. A notable distinction within this game lies in the remarkable dynamism of its units, surpassing what's observed in Rise of Kingdoms. Each faction's units possess unique attributes, contributing to diverse tactical possibilities. For instance, the Vestals exhibit a valuable trait by offering a health boost to nearby units, a feature that significantly enhances their role in battles. Meanwhile, similar magic unit effects in other factions yield varied outcomes, presenting a range of strategic considerations that redefine combat dynamics within Call of Dragons. An absolutely critical factor to emphasize regarding units in the game is assessing the type of damage they inflict. If I tap the info screen for the unit, it's important to note that they are doing physical attack. This is my swordsman physical attack melee range. If I look at another unit like these Vestals, these are mages, they do magic attack, they attack from a very far range. So why does this matter? Indeed, the significance of unit attributes extends to your hero's capabilities. Certain heroes exhibit a distinct affinity for magic units, while others are adept at ranged attacks. Understanding the compatibility between your heroes and the units they lead is paramount for optimal synergy and effectiveness in battles. This dynamic interaction between heroes and units adds a layer of complexity and strategy to the gameplay in Call of Dragons. For example, Waldia is a hero that if we look at our skills, he attacks from very far. And he cares about magic units. If you put infantry with his march, you're not going to do very much damage because his abilities work off of what's called a magic damage factor. There's a physical damage factor and there's a magic damage factor. And if they don't say which they are, they actually work for both, which is a little unusual. But the magic damage factor here will only be impressive if you bring the right unit type. If you bring infantry with him, he is going to do way less damage, because that damage is based in part off of how many troops you have in your army, and in part from the units that you've ultimately brought to the battle. Let's consider Barker as an illustration of a physical hero. Examining his active skill, which entails a physical damage factor of 300, unveils a crucial point. The choice of units significantly influences damage output. If you were to include mages in his army, the resulting damage might markedly decrease. This is primarily because mages don't contribute to the physical damage factor. Thus, this insight underscores the paramount importance of strategic considerations when forming hero pairings and selecting the appropriate troop types to complement your army composition in Call of Dragons. Some heroes exhibit remarkable versatility in their abilities. A prime example is Eliana, whose effectiveness spans across different damage types. She's capable of inflicting magic damage factor when accompanied by a magic unit, and conversely, she unleashes physical damage factor when partnered with a physical unit. This adaptability adds a layer of tactical depth, allowing you to strategically tailor your hero and unit combinations to capitalize on varying combat situations and adversary types. Or another example, other heroes like Hosk, he doesn't even care at all. He just is a flat attack boost, a flat hit point boost, a flat damage dealt boost. Whether it's magic or more physical, you get the boost. So he's just extremely versatile. So just be on the lookout for when a hero has physical damage factor, and that's what you want to pair with another physical damage hero. Whereas when a hero lists magic damage factor specifically, you want to pair with another magic damage factor hero. Let's talk about gathering. At the onset of the game, prioritizing the accumulation of experience for your gathering heroes is paramount. This involves focusing on heroes such as Charcher, Keller, Indus, and Pan. This strategic emphasis is further substantiated by an invaluable aspect of these heroes' abilities. So you need to want to rush experience these heroes. The reason is that right over here at the base, you get something called Earth's Grace, which gives you experience when you gather, and also another Earth's Grace talent point right over here. Those are the two you want to rush to. This gives you 20,000, this gives you 12 for a total of 32,000 free experience per day for your primary hero and your deputy hero. So you want to rush to 3-star all your gathering heroes so that they can bring a secondary. You get enough talent points that you can get the gathering experience boost, and you just want to gather experience on your heroes. This is really nice. Attaching artifact to the hero will speed up the operation. Like for example, this artifact will increase the overall gathering speed to 4.5. Upgrading the hero skill Midas Touch can increase the gathering speed bonus up to 15%. Now, if you're wondering what other heroes to work on when you start to play Call of Dragons, I would strongly recommend the following heroes. Work on Wardia, and if you are spending, you would do Lilia to pair with him. Or you would do Velen, and Velen is amazing, especially if you're free to play. You're not going to have Lilia, you can go with Villain at the legendary tier, really great combination of those two heroes. Also, if you wanted another mage that is epic, Allwine is really good. But chances are you'll go one legendary, one epic, and that's a mage march, and that's a wonderful place to be. Then steering your focus towards assembling a formidable marksman march. Nico emerges as a standout choice procured through gold keys, an excellent acquisition to bolster your forces. Nico's prowess can be synergistically complemented by pairing him with Guanwin, an epic hero whose capabilities intertwine seamlessly. As you progress, consider the prospect of upgrading your lineup with Ilana, a hero attainable through special events. Another viable alternative entails recruiting Krieg, also sourced from event-based opportunities. These evolving hero choices not only diversify your roster, but also contribute to the gradual refinement of your marksman march strategy within the intricate realms of Call of Dragons. Krieg is really great. You're going to get a bunch of his tokens at the start. So it's very likely that if you're free to play especially, you might consider running the Nico-Krieg combo. Now, there is a pay to win, a pay to obtain hero. You use gems to get Kanara. Kanara is another great hero, but you may or may not get her in the lucky spin, it depends on your server. Kanara and Nico together are a great combo. Nico should be the primary and Kanara the deputy or secondary in that case. And that is a great combo. Those are the heroes I recommend you focus on. The rationale behind my hesitance to recommend infantry or cavalry stems from the inherent complexity and skill required to effectively utilize them. Navigating the intricate dynamics of infantry and cavalry demands a more nuanced strategic approach, which can be challenging, especially for newer players. Conversely, adopting a marksman strategy provides a relatively more forgiving path. for players who embrace a pay-to-win approach. The cavalry units hold immense appeal, offering unparalleled advantages. Similarly, infantry units present a captivating avenue for those inclined towards investing in their gaming journey. Additionally, the flying heroes, including Thea and Atheists, emerge as captivating options for those indulging in a pay-to-win strategy. If you are free to play it, they're the kind of hero, in my opinion, where it's just really beneficial to have whaled up. So I think you'll much more enjoy the ranged heroes as your introduction to combat in the game. So those are the heroes that I would focus on at the start of the game. In the realm of Call of Dragons, the gameplay is structured around the concept of seasons, entailing periodic resets and novel beginnings. Augurstone serves as the gateway to unveil the chronicles for each season, a compendium detailing the pivotal events that will unfold throughout the season. These chronicles aptly establish the narrative tone, shaping the trajectory of forthcoming developments. You can see in the season section in the season overview what is reset at the end of the season. In this game, you keep your hero star level and skill level, but the level of your heroes overall is reset back to level 1, so you'll only be able to access those skills again as you level back up. Also, your tactics manuals, which are used to level up heroes and CP items, those all disappear at the end of the season. Your artifacts will go back to level 1, however artifacts' star level and skill level will stay, but the dust which was used to work on your artifacts will be removed, so make sure to use it all by the end of the season. Your policies and prestige currency will reset. Your merits, which are what you're given when you fight other players, are reset. Any medical supplies, your dragon trail is reset. Also, there's a few other things like the Alliance technology and all of the Alliance buildings are reset. The intention of the season reset is to reward activity and active players. Even if you're not spending, get a huge win from being super active at the start of the new season. Thank you for watching. You've now completed Part 3. To make sure you catch all the action and continue honing your skills, be sure to subscribe to the channel.